Trigger warning. Ghosts, ghouls, and gruesome stuff ahead. It's weird. It's dark. It's your kind of vibe. Welcome to Haunted and Homicidal, the podcast where true crime meets the paranormal. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Courtney. Every week we uncover the terrifying, the twisted, and the totally unexplainable. Lock your doors and grab your sage.
Because things are about to get haunted and homicidal. Hey guys.
What's up?
Welcome back. Hope you guys had a good National Day of Mourning. Hope you guys had some dressing and not fucking stuffing, because stuffing is disgusting because you put it inside of a turkey and no thank you. Salmonella, no thank you. Don't like it.
Salmonella.
Don't like. Me no liking.
No likey.
Mm-mm. So, this week is going to be pretty short episodes also. It is what it is. So we will just, I guess, go ahead and get into it. So,
Someone yelling.
Huh?
Someone yelling.
A cat?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear him. So, we are going to talk about an unsolved murder case that is called the West Mesa Murders.
I like how I had an unsolved last week and you got an unsolved one this week.
Yep. So, between 2001 and 2005, so this is pretty recent, 11 women were buried by an unknown assailant dubbed the quote-unquote bone collector in an arroyo, which is a watercourse bank on Albuquerque's West Mesa in an undeveloped area within the city limits.
What?
What?
Buried?
Yeah.
Like alive?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Satellite imagery taken between 2003 and 2005 shows tire marks and patches of disturbed soil in the area where the remains were recovered. According to satellite photos, the last victim was buried in 2005. By 2006, development had encroached on the area, and soon after, the site was disturbed, buried, and platted for residential development. During the 2008 housing bubble collapse, development on the west side halted before housing could be built at the burial site. So, they weren't able to, dig up anything. So, at that time, they didn't find anything.
Okay.
After neighbors complained of flooding and the platted site due to the burial of the national arroyo, the developer built a retaining wall to channel storm water to a retention pond built in the approximate area of the burial site, inadvertently exposing bones to the surface. So when he was building this channeling wall and diverting it to the pond, that is when these bones started kind of coming up.
Okay.
On February 2nd of 2009, a woman walking a dog found a human bone on the West Mesa and reported it to the police.
That's not creepy at all.
As a result of the subsequent police investigation, authorities discovered the remains of 11 women and girls, one of the women having been 4 months pregnant, buried in the area.
That's sad.
They were between 15 and 32 years of age. Most were Hispanic, and they were involved with drugs and sex work. And there was only one African American among them. So 10 Hispanic ladies, one African American. So these are the confirmed victims. The remains discovered in 2009 were identified, all of whom disappeared between May of 2003 and September of 2004. So in a year and a half, 11 women disappeared.
Yeah.
Monica Diana Candelaria, she was 22. She disappeared on or about May 5th of 2003 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. According to the Charity Project, she was reported missing from Albuquerque and classified as quote-unquote endangered missing. Her family had heard rumors shortly after her appearance that, quote, Monica had been murdered. What did I say?
Appearance.
Oh. Her family had heard rumors shortly after her disappearance that Monica had been murdered and buried in West Mesa. When her remains were identified in April of 2009, her mother, Isabella Candelaria, expressed relief at finally having some closure and obtaining a death certificate to give her daughter a proper burial. Monica had a prior conviction for sex work. Her obituary describes her as someone who enjoyed laughing, joking, spending time with family, and caring for babies. She was, quote, a loving daughter, mother, granddaughter, niece, cousin, and friend who will be missed. So she had family.
Yeah.
She had kids.
Yeah.
The next victim was Victoria Ann Chavez. She was 26. She was last seen around June 5th, 2003 in Albuquerque. She was one of the 11 to have her remains publicly identified. According to her mother, she was outgoing, fun, enjoyed hiking and camping. However, court and missing persons records showed she had multiple convictions for sex work and was listed as a quote-unquote known drug user and sex worker in the missing persons documentation. Her stepfather, Ambrose Saiz, described his devastation at learning her fate when detectives came to his door.
Aww.
I couldn't imagine. The next victim was Selania Tureen Edwards. She was 15. She was a runaway from Lawton, Oklahoma. She disappeared on August 17th of 2003 and is the only victim in this case that was from another state and was the only black victim. She was identified among the remains found at West Mesa site. According to one source, she may have been staying in Aurora, Colorado under the alias Mimi or Chocolate and was with 3 sex workers in May of 2004. Because she was a minor and from out of state, her case added complexity to the investigation. The next victim was Doreen Marquez. She was 24. She disappeared on October 10th of 2003 in Albuquerque. She was a mother of at least 2 children. In a tribute in 2009, her daughter Destiny referred to her mother as a quote-unquote amazing woman, so beautiful, and I always wanted long, gorgeous hair like hers.
Aww.
Her missing person file and other accounts indicate a struggle with drug addiction prior to her disappearance. The next victim was Veronica Romero. She was 28. She was last seen February 14th, 2004 in Albuquerque. She was described by people who knew her as smart, funny, and tough. One friend recalled, quote, "The last time we were together, I dropped Veronica off on the street that night. I saw her get into a truck and I never saw her again." So she was like one of the last people to see her. She was a mother of 5 children at the time of her disappearance. The next victim is Jamie Katarina Barella. She was also 15. She disappeared on March 26, 2004 with her cousin. Her cousin's name was Evelyn Jesus Maria Salazar. Jamie is notably the only one of the 11 victims whose disappearance did not appear to be linked with sex work or known drug use patterns. Her youth and innocent profile stood out in the case, intensifying public concerns and familial heartbreak. Her cousin, Evelyn Jesus Maria Salazar, was 27, disappeared the same day that Jamie disappeared, March 26, 2004. She and Jamie had been at a family gathering and then left together for a park near San Mateo and Gibson in southeast Albuquerque and were never seen again. So they're just walking to the fucking park.
Dang.
Virginia Cloven was 24. She was last seen April 13th of 2004 in Albuquerque. She had a troubled past. Her brother was murdered when she was in high school.
Aww.
Yeah. She and another sibling ran away shortly thereafter.
Hi, Mish.
She later moved in with her boyfriend. The boyfriend was hit by a car.
What the fuck?
And fell into a coma, which contributed to her becoming homeless. This poor girl,
She's
going through it.
Good Lord.
So her vulnerability, which was her homelessness and her instability, matches patterns investigators had seen among the victims. The next victim was Julia Cindy Nieto. She was 24. She disappeared July 15th of 2004. She also had drug and sex work associations. The next victim was Cinnamon Elks. She was 32. She was the oldest victim. She disappeared August 20th of 2004. She reportedly warned friends about danger in the West Mesa area prior to her disappearance. So I guess she
told
kind
them if something happened to me.
Yeah, I guess she was just kind of seeing on the news all these people were missing or, whatever the situation was, or maybe because she just was out on the street, she could kind of see how bad it was. And then the final confirmed victim was Michelle Gina Valdez. She was 22. She disappeared September 22nd of 2004. She was 4 months pregnant when she disappeared.
Aww.
The remains of her unborn child were also found in the West Mesa gravesite. So they were obviously buried together because she was pregnant. But he didn't he or she didn't cut the baby from her womb or anything like that. They were together.
That's so sad.
So prior to 2009, Detective Ida Lopez constructed a list of missing Albuquerque women with ties to sex work and drug addiction who had gone missing between 2001 and 2006. So this is a list of possible victims who are still missing, have not been recovered, either alive or dead.
Okay.
Darlene Marie Trujillo, she was 20, last seen July 4th of 2001. Martha Jo Luker, she was 32, last seen September 3rd of 2003. Anna Love Vigil, 20, last seen January 21st of 2005. Felipa Victoria Gonzalez was 22. She was last seen April 27th of 2005. Nina Brendan Heron, she was 21, last seen May 14th of 2005. Jillian Elizabeth Henderson Ortiz was 19. She was last seen January 16th of 2006. Chantel Monique Waits, she was 29. She was last seen March 15th of 2006. Leah Rochelle Peebles was 23. She was last seen May 5th of 2000. Last seen May 5th of 2006. Vanessa Reed was 24, and she was last seen July 13th of 2006. So now we're going to get into like the limited investigation. On December 9th of 2010, Albuquerque police released 6 photos of 7 other unidentified women who may also be linked to West Mesa. Police would not say how or where they had obtained the photos. Some of the women appeared to be unconscious, and many shared the same physical characteristics as the 11 original victims. The following day, the police released an additional photograph of another woman. This woman was subsequently identified by family members who reported that she had died of natural causes several years earlier. So, again, we have no clue how these cops got these photos of these additional people. But one of the victims, they put it on the news. Family called in. They were like, no, she died of natural causes. She's not a victim. Again, no clue how or where they got these photos.
They probably just got, like, they found photos and we were trying to see if anyone would, like,
but where would
say,
where?
I don't know.
Yeah, like, where did
Google?
they find these photos? And this woman who died of natural causes, wasn't listed as a missing or endangered person. So, like, why would they have her photo? On December 13th of 2010, police reported that 2 of the women in the photos had been identified as alive and could have valuable information if they could be located. It does not... There are no updates about this. No updates. It does not say if those 2 women who were alive actually spoke to the police, if they were able to provide any information. It doesn't explain where, how, why.
Yeah.
The police have all these random photos of women who may or may not be unconscious. It's frustrating because it did not provide any information.
That's weird.
In June of 2018, more bones were found near the site of the burials, but these were later determined to be ancient.
What?
And not related to the West Mesa murders. Put them the fuck back.
Put it back.
Touching
Put it
shit
back.
when you find out that it is an ancient bone, not just
Put
old.
it back.
Not just old. Ancient.
You don't need to touch it.
Stop touching
Put
shit.
it back.
Hello.
Sup, bitch face?
Hey. Good. She just called you bitch face. What? You're too busy to respond. Hi. Yeah, I'm telling Daddy what you're doing.
You heard Daddy on the phone?
She's looking at me like, you're a fucking snitch.
You heard Daddy on the phone?
He thinks he's so funny.
I know. He thinks he's fucking hilarious.
I know, he just laughs at himself.
Yeah, he laughs at himself all the time, but I'm just looking at him like this all the time. Like,
The fact that he laughs at himself.
yeah, he laughs at himself all the time. I have to deal with that in person. The police suspect that the bodies were all buried by the same person or persons, and maybe the work of a serial killer, who has since come to be referred to as the West Mesa Bone Collector. No official suspects have ever been named in connection with the murders. In 2010, a reward of $100,000 was being offered for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible.
That's a lot of money.
Over time, a number of men have attracted police attention, though not named as full suspects in connection with the murder. Fred Reynolds was a pimp who knew of the missing women and reportedly had photos of missing sex workers, so that could possibly be maybe where the police got some of the photos. Possibly. It never says. He died of natural causes in January of 2009, so they were not able to further their investigation because of that. Lorenzo Montoya, a pressman at a local printer, lived less than 3 miles from the burial site. In 2006, there were reportedly dirt trails leading from his trailer park to the site. He had twice been arrested for violent attacks on sex workers and had threatened to kill his girlfriend and quote-unquote bury her in lime.
That sounds like a good
Yeah.
suspect right there.
Well, just wait a second.
Oh, okay.
You just wait. Co-workers said he had talked about killing women and burying them on the West Mesa. In December of 2006, Montoya strangled 19-year-old sex worker Sharika Hill at his trailer and then was shot to death by the teen's boyfriend, Frederick Williams, as Montoya was trying to put her lifeless body into the trunk of his car.
Oh.
Sounds like a good suspect. Although he was murdered. Rightly so. But again, they could not.
But did they stop after he was murdered?
Just wait a second. 2 more sentences and you'll know the answer.
See, you yell at me when you.
I wasn't yelling at you. Okay. At the time, law enforcement said they did not believe this was the first time Montoya had killed someone because the crime was quote-unquote too brutal.
Antonio Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yes. It would appear the West Mesa killing stopped after his death.
That was your suspect right there.
Very good suspect.
Right there. Now I'm going to have that quote stuck in my head now.
While searching Montoya's home, detectives came across a home recording found on Montoya's camera. Only a section of the video had been released to the public. According to the police, the first part of the video shows Montoya having sex with an unidentified and possibly dead woman.
Huh?
Before fading to black and transitioning to show a wall and a bed in the foreground.
Like she was dead when they
don't
had
know.
sex? Or
it doesn't specify.
Or
but
it was one of the dead women.
It doesn't specify. So what it sounds like is...
the second one.
What it sounds like is in the video, she is unidentified, so they don't know who she is. So she couldn't have been one of the victims. But possibly she was very still, not reciprocative of the actions. She just laid there.
I mean, if you're being raped, I wouldn't really be freaking...
Well, I mean, like when you're being raped, you might be fighting back or whatever. So what it sounds like...
she's drugged.
So it sounds like to me in the video that maybe she could have potentially have been dead just because she maybe wasn't moving or speaking or making any kind of noises or anything like that. Okay. Maybe her eyes were just like wide open in shock of how small his penis was. I don't know. I don't know.
Tiny dick.
During this section of video, noises can be heard that sound like Montoya tearing duct tape from a roll and opening a garbage bag. It has been theorized that this was Montoya preparing a body for disposal. Screenshots of the unidentified woman have also been released in hopes she can be identified, but she has never been identified.
Aww.
She has never come forward to say, that's me. So they're assuming that she was dead then while he was having sex with her. Mainly because, that second cut in the video, you can hear what sounds like duct tape being torn and a plastic bag being opened. In August of 2010, police searched several properties in Joplin, Missouri, associated with local photographer and businessman Ron Irwin. In connection with the West Mesa cases, they confiscated, quote-unquote, tens of thousands of photos from the man who reportedly used to visit the state fair in Albuquerque. Police confirmed they had cleared Irwin as a suspect. In December of 2010, convicted Colorado killer Scott Lee Kimball stated that he was being investigated for the West Mesa murders, but denied killing the women. In 2014, a breakthrough on a decades-old case caused Albuquerque police to become interested in Joseph Blee as a suspect for the murders. Blee had been dubbed the middle school rapist for his activities in the 1980s. Police say he would often break into the homes of 13 to 15-year-old girls who lived near McKinley Middle School in Albuquerque and rape them.
What?
Yeah. In one case, there was a DNA sample, but the rape kit was not retested until 2010, eventually linking Blee to the rape. In 2015, Blee was also suspected by police of killing a sex worker. His DNA sample was located on the inner waistband and belt of a sex worker found dead on Central Avenue, a notorious street for sex work in the eastern part of the city. In addition, a tree tag from a nursery was found in the area where the West Mesa victims' bodies were buried. It was tracked to a nursery that Blee once frequented. Blee had women's underwear and jewelry not belonging to his wife or daughter in his home, and allegedly told a cellmate that he had hired the West Mesa victims, who he called trashy. Blee was sentenced to 36 years in June 2015 for the mid-school rape case. He's doing this while he has a fucking daughter. It doesn't ever make sense to me. On June 27th of 2020, a 1-acre park named the Women's Memorial Park was opened by state officials on the site where the bodies were found to honor the women and their families. Again, this is an unsolved case. Several suspects look
That
good.
first one sounded pretty good.
The second one.
Second one found pretty good.
Yeah, the pimp. Well, not the pimp. He died. The next guy.
Yeah. Well, he still died too.
Well, yeah, he died too, but not the pimp. The Frederick.
Yeah.
The guy that Frederick killed.
He sounded like a good one.
Montoya.
Montoya.
Yeah.
My name is Montoya.
He
killed my father.
Yeah, he did sound like a good one. Like, and especially with the police saying, you know, the murder of this girl was so brutal that he just.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was like a one-off. Like, it seemed like this was something that he
knew what he was
knew
doing.
what he was doing.
Yeah.
Continued had done before. Would probably do again if he were still alive.
Mm-hmm.
That is the West Mesa Murders. If you guys in that area around that time have any information, like I was 17, 18 back in the 2000s, early 2000s. You know, so if I were in that area during that time, I would kind of obviously know about this.
Yeah.
If you guys have any information, you know, reach out to the West Mesa police and like give them some information. I think that $100,000 reward is still available. I think it's still on the table. You know, but outside of that, these people's families deserve answers, you know, and if you or anybody you know seems a little suspect, tell somebody. Thank you.
Ooh. Fixed my brow a little too high. Okay. So I have Norman Flowers.
No, that was my fish's name.
Norman Flowers.
Not Flowers, but I had a betta fish named Norman.
Why did you name him Norman?
I don't know. I was like 4.
And you came up with Norman? What the fuck?
Have you not like listened to my animals' names around here? Like this should not be.
They're not Norman though.
No, but this should not be something that surprises you. I had ferrets named Lunchbox and Papercut and Popcorn Fairy.
Okay, but your cats over here like Hades, Apollo.
Those are London's cats.
Like Zeus, Voodoo.
I'm just saying. I've got my block Aaron, bearded dragon. Like weird names should not be like surprising.
He's the only weird name that you got
now. But again, my ferrets, not the last 3 ferrets, but the 3 ferrets I had.
Okay, I didn't know about them ferrets.
15 years
I knew about
ago.
the other ferrets.
Yeah, they were named Papercut, Lunchbox, and Popcorn Fairy.
Yeah, the only weird name animal that you've had since I've known you is Black KK.
Black Aaron.
Everyone else has been normal.
The kids used to have mice, and one was named Rick James.
London.
Yes. I don't remember what Caitlin's name was, but his name was Rick James.
I can see her name in that.
Yeah, she did. And then one of the guinea pigs my husband would call DJ Fuzzy Nuts.
Of course he did.
It was a girl.
Of course. So I think our fish, like we did, like Fred, Daphne, because we had like I think 5 at a time. So like we did like Fred, Daphne,
Yeah.
Scooby, like all them.
Yeah.
And then we had one, so then he was Scooby. And then my sister had got one from the state fair. He was Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza committed fish side.
Oh no, I think Norman.
So tell me why. So we have our little fish tank, right?
Yeah.
The hole is like that big.
He got out of it.
He apparently, and this fish is like that big. His big ass, apparently, while we were gone, jumped through that tiny ass hole, landed. So let's say like his tank's like right here, right?
Uh-huh.
He landed a good that feet.
Well, he probably flopped that far.
Yeah, he like flopped that far, and then my brother stepped on him when he got home.
Oh no!
Because we're like, we went to go like check on the fish, and my brother stepped on him.
Oh no!
And he's like, because we're like, where's pizza? And he's like, I found.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I think my raccoon ate my fish.
What?
Yeah, I think the raccoon ate the fish. We had a raccoon, and his name was Rocky. And he used to sit on my mom's shoulder while, like, we were driving. And, like, you know, when the sun rays come into the car, you can kind of see them. He would sit on her shoulder or on the back of the chair and, like, try to catch them.
That's so cute.
Yeah, he was adorable. But then he got older and aggressive, so we had to get rid of him. But I think he ate the fish.
What'd you do? Just let him outside, or what'd you do with him?
We gave him to somebody who, like, rehabs. Okay. I do know he did not like birds. We had parakeets. And they were like big cages, but they were sitting on like the kitchen counters and stuff because like we didn't have like the cabinets on the wall.
Yeah.
And so when I would feed the parakeets, Rocky would grab like a handful of the bird feed and seed, and he would fucking hum it.
He wanted to feed the birds.
No, he did not want to feed them. He wanted to hurt them because I would show him. You know, he could put it in the little like the little tray that you put it in. He could do that. And then the bird would start twerting and tweeting, and Rocky would be like, fuck no, I don't like the way your attitude is. And he would just fucking hum the bird feed at the bird.
Damn, Rocky.
It was so funny. Yeah, and he was a thief.
Of course he's a thief.
We would take him to my nanny's house, and anybody that came over, like if they put their keys on the table or like spare change or something, anything shiny, he would steal it. And she had like these fake plants, like these big fake plants. He
put them in the plants?
He'd put them in the planters. And then like he would sit in the plant and just people watch. And so if people did not know he was there, or if they had just come over and hadn't seen him, they would think it was just like a stuffed animal in the tree because he was still and he was quiet, and then he would move and they would freak the fuck out and run. It was hilarious.
That's great.
Hilarious. And then they're like, wait, where are my keys? I'm like, raccoon stole them.
And then we had 2 beta fishes, but I can't remember what we named those.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had a beta fish. His name was Norman. You can ask my mom. I don't know why I named him Norman. You can ask my mom why I named him Norman. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember what we named. I think we named one Fred.
See, like I'm not.
But I don't completely remember. You texting your mom right now and asking her?
Why did I name that?
She ain't gonna remember.
Beta fish Norman.
She's not gonna remember. All right, back to our normal scheduled programming.
I don't know what that was from, so I can't sing with you.
I think it was a commercial. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You know me and my random shit.
Well, normally, like, I know your thing and I can, like, sing with you, but I didn't know that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know my baloney has a first name. That's all I know.
Okay. So, Norman Flowers was an American serial killer who raped and strangled 4 women to death in their apartments in Las Vegas from 2004 to 2005.
How do we do this every time?
I don't know.
Mine is unidentified, but he raped and murdered women in the same time bracket. Was Norman Flowers the West Mesa murderer? Where is he from?
Las Vegas.
Nevada? So right next to New Mexico?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, maybe I solved the crime.
Okay, so he was born March 15th, 1974. He was a Pisces.
A Pickies.
He was raised in a dysfunctional family in Compton, California, an area known for poverty and violence.
So he was straight out of Compton?
Straight out of Compton.
Yeah.
Okay. He experienced physical and sexual abuse and was once abandoned.
Oh, God.
1993, he was convicted of burglary, robbery, and an arson fire that killed a dog.
Wait, when was he was born? What year?
74.
So he's 11 years older than me. So he's still young. He's only 51.
Yes.
Oh, my God. And in 93, he killed a dog?
Mm-hmm. He did an arson fire that killed a dog.
Oh, did he know the dog was in there?
Probably.
Oh, no.
1999, he was convicted of the unlawful use of a deadly weapon and burglary, crime for which he was later released in 2003. For the murders, his first victim was 28-year-old Kesha Brown. He raped, stabbed, and strangled her to death in her apartment on October 18th, 2004, left her body in the bathtub where it be discovered the next day. He then met Deborah Quarles, who he formed a relationship with. He met her 18-year-old daughter, Sheila.
Oh, no.
And then apparently he fathered a boy around this same time.
With her or with somebody else? Or
It never said. It just said he fathered a boy around this time. So I'm guessing either with Deborah or with someone else.
Okay. So he has a child. Okay.
And then him and Deborah broke up. And then March 24th, 2005.
Did they break up because of the child? Like, was he infidelity? And then, like, they had the child, and then they're like, she was like, fuck no. I want to know. I'm so curious. I'll have to look it up later and see if I can
It
find
literally would give
anything.
me the same shit on everything I looked at. They broke up. And then March 24th, 2005, Sheila had stayed home from her job at Starbucks. And Deborah had left for her job. Then Flowers.
Sheila's the daughter.
Sheila's the daughter.
Okay.
So he let himself into the apartment and attacked Sheila in the apartment bathroom.
Jesus Christ.
He beat, raped, and strangled her to death.
God.
Left her body face up in the bathtub, which is full of hot water.
Oh, my God.
Then took her cell phone, bank card, and jewelry. Left the apartment, and Deborah found the body later that day. And police collected male DNA found in Sheila's vaginal area. Weeks following, he comforted Deborah in the wake of the murder and recommended her to take counseling.
So he is a fucking narcissist? Okay.
Yes.
Disgusting.
And then they made sure to say that he started dating another woman, Mausi Raglan, whom he had known since the early 1990s.
Okay.
I don't know why they mentioned that. And then May 4th, he killed his last two victims within 8 hours of one another.
Oh, my God.
So he burglarized. Don't look at me like that.
Okay.
The apartment belonging to Marlee Coote, who was 45, whom he bludgeoned, assaulted, and strangled to death. And then hours later, knocked on the door of Juanita Curry, but she failed to answer.
Okay.
So a few more hours later, he burglarized another apartment, that of Rena Gonzalez, who was 25, whom he raped and strangled with a telephone cord.
Okay.
And then later that night, he attempted to kiss a woman in the same apartment complex, but she rejected his sexual advances.
Ew.
Yes.
I don't like it. So were like these women random or?
Yes.
Okay. Like he wasn't just like stalking them and he just happened to go to the door of single women.
I guess he just...
Okay. I don't like any of this.
No. So then he was interviewed about the murders a few days later and denied committing them.
Of course. He's not going to be like, yeah, I did them.
Yeah, I need to meet me.
Go ahead and arrest me. Like, no, I didn't do that. What the fuck?
So with the help of DNA, he was arrested June 6, 2005 and charged with the murder of Marlee Coote.
Okay.
After he was arrested, the string of murders stopped and he became the prime suspect, and with DNA testing, he was linked to them and formally charged.
Good.
They did find DNA belonging to a second man on Sheila's body, which later matched to a man named George Brass. However, he came forward and stated that he was a friend and that he had consensual sex with her.
Okay.
He worked at the local Walmart, and it was confirmed he was working at the time of her death, so thus he was cleared.
Gotcha. Good alibi.
Mm-hmm. And Flowers' attorneys argued in late June that with damage to Coote's internal organs, she could have died accidentally during sex.
What? Repeat that for me? So I don't think I heard you right.
With damage to Coote's internal organs, she could have died accidentally during sex.
Damage to her organs from sex?
That's what his attorneys tried to argue. Because I guess she had internal organ damage, and they said it could have been...
That's from him beating her?
They're like, oh, it could have been from sex. Their quote-unquote consensual sex. And...
No.
You know, his dick ain't that big.
That wouldn't even matter. Like, internal organs, you're not touching those with your dick. I don't give a fuck how big your dick is. That ego's got to come down a notch, because that is just not
so there's no way
happening.
his attorneys were dumb.
Well, they're just grasping at straws, trying to figure out something they could do to get the man off.
So he went to trial for the murder of Sheila Quarles in 2008, with prosecutors seeking the death penalty. October 2008, the jury found him guilty. sentencing phase of the trial, his mother Eleanor pleaded for the jury to not sentence him to death and argued that the son she knew was a caring, loyal young man.
Okay, well, that's not the
Is
same.
he though?
That's not the
Is he
same
though?
person that just committed these 4 fucking horrendous murders, and then possibly more, but one rejected him, and then one didn't open the fucking door.
Exactly.
And God only knows how many more that just weren't tied to him.
Exactly.
No, fuck no.
So they dismissed the death sentence afterwards, and instead he was sentenced to life imprisonment without parole, scheduled to head to trial for the murders of Coote and Gonzalez. So June 2011, he entered an Alford plea.
Alford plea, yeah. It's like pleading guilty, but actually not pleading guilty.
Yeah, so it's a guilty plea in criminal court whereby a defendant in a criminal case does not admit to the criminal act and asserts innocence, but accepts imposition of a sentence.
Yeah, that is an Alford plea.
Yeah, which allowed him to admit prosecutors had enough evidence to convict him without him having to confess.
Mm-hmm.
August 2011, he was imposed 2 more life sentences. He is currently serving his sentence at High Desert State Prison in Clark County, Nevada. February 2023, Las Vegas police said they have found DNA evidence linking Flowers to Brown's murder.
Okay.
That's all I got, Norman Flowers.
Okay, well, I mean, it's pretty open and shut case, it seems like. I
Yeah.
mean, he's only 51, so he's got a long time in jail unless somebody decides to dispatch him. Those are our stories. Again, kind of short. Sorry, but we are gonna have some long ones coming up. So we're giving your ears a little bit of a break. So, check in with us on Thursday with our paranormal.
Spooky.
If you guys want to join our little special group club, Patreon,
We have free shit.
Patreon.com/haunted and homicidal. You can always find us on Facebook at Facebook.com/haunted and homicidal. And that is where we post the pictures that go along with our stories, our links that we tell you we're going to link, etc. And then, of course, if you have any suggestions or stories of your own, or just kind of want to drop in and say, hey, it's going to be hauntedandhomicidal@gmail.com. Email us, we'll reply. Okay, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.